you'll definitely, you know, there is a lot to talk. Like in country, there is a lot going on. If you are the one who is in current affairs, but anyway, so let me start. Okay, I'll just put it in this way only. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome back on Gayatri's English Hub. I'm experimenting on something today, and I have two amazing individuals with me. You must have seen these two people on YouTube, Mr. Roshan and Niyati. So we are going to talk about something, and I'm really not sure how things are going to be, but I hope for the best, and I hope you guys enjoy the conversation. Stay tuned. So hi Roshan, hi Niyati. How are you guys?
Hi, I'm
Hi.
doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, I'm
That's really
also doing
good.
great and looking forward to this session.
That's really great. So I think it's quite new for all of us, right? Though I have had a group session on YouTube before, but this is something with YouTubers. I'm doing it for very first time, and I'm quite confused and excited. What about you, Roshan? What are you thinking?
Actually, I have conducted a lot of classes, like group
Mhm,
sessions, but not for YouTube. So this is also my first time. Uh, I,
mhm.
I'm not. I'm kind of confused. Like I cannot. I don't know whom when I have to answer. So let's see how it turns out. We will figure it out.
Ask you a question, like because you guys are my panelists today, let's take it in this way. It's okay if we do
Yeah.
not have a stage today, but we do have that virtual stage which we can use. So I am the host, guys, and Niyati and Roshan, I'll ask you one by one, right? And what about you, Niyati? Like, what are you thinking about this group session? I mean, this session.
Well, this might sound unprofessional, but I actually couldn't sleep last night because this is the first time I'm having something like this, and for a good way. I mean, for a good reason, I couldn't sleep because I was really excited. I also talked to Roshan last night about this because I was asking him about tips, like how do you present yourself when you are, in a group session like this. So I'm just really fortunate that you gave me this opportunity, and yeah, that's all.
That's super cool. I am planning to have many more sessions like this because generally we all three have our individual channels where we have conversations with different individuals and we give them chance. They come and they talk. For this I had idea about, like, I wanted to present it in a way that people could see us talking on something, right? That they could observe like how these people talk when they come across something or some specific topics. So that's the whole idea, and I hope it goes well the way I want it to go. But that's really great. So for this I have selected a topic which is cricket and IPL. I am not at all a fan of this, and I do not even like it. But one thing which disturbs and bothers me about cricket, and specifically IPL, is like commercialization, right? So this is the topic for today, and I really want to know first that, are you a fan of cricket? Like Roshan, are you a fan of cricket?
I love cricket. I wanted to become a cricketer, and but I do get this, like why people think that cricket is turning out into commercialization, especially IPL. But yeah, I love cricket.
Yeah, okay, but I remember watching one of your videos where you said that IPL is just a waste of time. People should not watch it, something like that. I remember
I
that
just
video.
wanted to sound, I just wanted to sound that I'm doing something meaningful with my life. What happens when IPL is going on? We all waste
Mhm,
like what 4 hours, 5 hours every day. So
mhm,
it's not that I'm watching IPL every day like when it was happening, but the thing is that I have been a cricket fan and I don't think I will ever stop watching. Even though the screen time has reduced, I'm not as interested as I used to be. Like there was a time when I was in high school, I used to watch like whole test cricket match, 5 days straight. I used to be glued at my TV screen and whoever was playing, whether India or my other favorite teams, I would just sit and watch the whole thing. But now, when you are an adult, you have just so much responsibility that even cricket, your favorite thing, become like you don't give it as much priority as we used to be. So yeah, I still love it.
that's really nice. Nice to know that. And what about you, Niyati? Like, are you also a cricket fan?
I mean, I am, and the reason is because my father is a cricket fan, so he watches. almost all the matches, and he's been watching them since forever. And I think it's one of my earliest memories that I can think of, like my father watching TV and it's cricket. So I also used to join him, and so that's why I'm really close to cricket. And just off the topic of flex, you I don't know, Gayatri, if you know David Warner, but he's been the captain of Australia cricket team. So he replied to me on Instagram. Just wanted to flex that. But yeah, so that's why, I mean, cricket, I really love cricket. And IPL also, I think it just brings out the emotions. And it's really sweet that, people are supporting their teams and their favorite players. It's just an emotion that it's not, I don't think we can express that. But when you're sitting there and your favorite team is doing great, it's a wonderful feeling.
Hmm. Then I am the one who is completely off, and I'm really, really fortunate that none of my, like, my father and my brother, none of, at least these two people are fan of cricket. Like, I really love them for this, because they have never been into cricket, and neither I have been. I never like people who admire cricket or who keep talking all the time. But like, see, as a game, I love it. I remember India won the World Cup and things, and like having all these things. I love this. Like, I love some cricketers because of their personalities, not because of game. Like, there is a person, Sachin Tendulkar, and then MS Dhoni, and even Virat Kohli is such a huge cult following he has. Like, so I like these people, but not for the game. I'm completely, I think I will not be able to vibe with you guys, but like, we'll talk, right? We'll talk. So, like, what do you think about this commercialization of cricket these days? People go to any extent to spend money to win money, and I think this is the marketing team somehow has connected it to the sentiments of people these days. Because I was watching some advertisement on social media, especially on Instagram, that okay, I won 3 cr, and thank you Dream 11 for for completing my dream of buying a home and something like that. Gosh, these advertisement literally pissed me off. So, like, what do you think about it? Like, just keep your fan aside and think of as an individual and then talk about it. So,
Okay, so
what's your
if
thought on it?
I speak about it, I mean it's very unfortunate, and I do agree with you. It's heavily being advertised, heavily. The thing is that, I mean, if you watch cricket, you would get to know that there are so many brand logos on the player's jersey. You can barely see the number of the jersey. That's what it's come to, and that should have never been the case. And also the betting apps that these players are participating in, I think for I can confirm for South Asia at least that people are heavily influenced by cricketers. If a cricketer does something, that's cool. And it doesn't matter what he does. If he's doing that, he's cool, because why? He's the idol. So I think that's very unfortunate. People are not able to differentiate between the real personality of a cricketer compared to what you see on screen. I mean, that's not the complete true self of him, but that's what you see, and you forget that he's also a human being at the end of the day. He has his own flaws, but we don't really see that. I mean, we just see a great player. He's good at everything. He exercises. He's really good in the field. He's really good at managing his team, and so on. So I think that's the reason why. But I think, I don't know, I mean, who to blame for this, but this should have never begun in the first place. Because okay, so I can say from my side, I mean, I was scrolling on Instagram one day, and I saw there's a guy, I think he was doing bachelor's in engineering, and he was supposed to, his father gave him the fees, and he was supposed to pay the fees of his college with that. And what he I think he used that fees in betting apps. He probably also stole from his home. So what happened in the end? He lost everything, obviously, and his family disowned him. So now he doesn't have a degree, and he doesn't have a family, just because of these apps. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but here is a small correction. Actually, I even came across that field, but later it was found
Hmm.
that he was just lying.
He was lying.
Yeah. So there was an article published about him where he had done it multiple times before in multiple interviews. So this thing came. However, I have really come across some individuals on YouTube, like in YouTube and Instagram, or even on different platforms. Even in my real life, there are many of my friends who play like Dream 11 thing, and they like literally put their money on that like application, which I truly hate. I don't know why, but I do that. So, but anyway, like, what do you think about it, Roshan? Like this
Yeah, I
commercialization?
totally agree. Even though I'm a huge fan of cricket and all these cricketers, but the thing is that we cannot stop this thing called capitalism. Everything at the end of the day turns into capitalism, right? And whichever site or business is giving you enough money, you know that every individual will run after that. And betting apps, they make tons of money. You can't even imagine how much money they are making. So as Niyati mentioned that it should not have started in the first place. So I think instead of blaming these cricketers because they are making money, uh, we cannot blame them directly. It's about the organization, right? Let's start with here. If some if I'm play if let's say I'm a cricketer and playing in a certain team and they ask me to if they ask me to, let's say, promote something, so I have got less choices. This is what I assume. But if our government or if the organization itself is putting a restriction, like how much promotion they have to do, especially for these betting apps, it needs to be controlled. And then returning to your earlier question, like how it is affecting on like youth, especially the people who are influenced by these cricketers, it's so huge that you can't even imagine. When I remember when I was in class 11th or 12th, or maybe in class 10th, I had saved some 500 rupees. And guess what I did? I wanted to become rich within a single night. So I put all that money in my Dream 11 account and KKR was playing. And then like I made some 11 teams and I was fantasizing that, yeah, today I'm going to be Karorpati. And guess what happened? I couldn't sleep throughout that night. I kept on checking my phone. Where is my team? Who has scored what? And, and it happened like it continued for a week. I wasn't able to enjoy the matches. I kept on thinking like this scenario, and then I will become Karorpati. And then I stopped putting any money. I uninstalled everything and I controlled my screen time. Like I told myself, I will only watch my team playing, but I'm never going to bet. So the influence is real, and it's unimaginable. Like on what extent they are influencing people, unimaginable.
I mean, see, it's not about cricketers and organization and government. I think cricketers, obviously, they are being followed because they perform really well and people love them. But like, they
Yeah.
should also understand that if they have voice, they should utilize that voice, especially after making the crazy amount of money. At least they should stop promoting. Like, to be honest, do you know that how Royal Challenger Bangalore got his name? Like yesterday only, I watched an interview, and that interview is so crazy. It's like 4 hours long interview of Vijay Malia. Like, I hope
Yeah.
you must have heard his name, right? So yesterday I got a podcast of Rash Shamani, and I was just like blown away when I saw the thumbnail. I thought it just like clickbait, but when I exactly entered in the podcast, it was like a conversation between Rashmani and Vijay Malia, a person who ran away from India, like I think 2014-15. I'm not really sure, but he left. Like it's been 8 years he left from India, and he like there was a big scam of money. But do you know that how this RCB got the name? No, it's a beer brand. You know, Royal Challenge is a beer brand, and like Vijay Mallya exactly bet on this team, and he kept the team name as Royal Challenger Bangalore. So he chose, and
Yeah.
he exactly talked today that how did how he picked Virat Kohli, and why did he decide to do that, and everything like that. And I was just like, I mean, I was shocked. I never went in this detail to understand that how these teams got their names and what are the reasons. And then Rashamani asked him that after doing this or after keeping this name, did you get any benefit in your sale of beer, like Royal Challenger Challenge beer? And he said that yes, we got massive sale, massive sale. I was just like speechless for a second, for a minute. I was like, what a gimmick of marketing. Like I am a marketing person and I have worked with few brands and I keep learning about marketing, that how their mind works and everything like that. And I was just like shocked. I would really recommend you both to go and watch that 4 hours long interview. I mean, if you have patience, but you will learn a lot from that interview, like as a business person, as a marketing person. So this is how it was like. And there is one more team, I think Punjab, which Preeti Zinta hosts that team. Preeti Zinta has like somewhere around 23% equity of that particular team. And I remember like I went through that article where she purchased that team for around 350 CR, something like that. But now the team worth like 8,000 CR. 8,000 CR. The complete team has the net worth. I was like, what is happening? How this money come from? Where does it come from? So this is how things are happening, and I really don't like it. So that's why I keep at times I talk to people who spend a lot of money, especially on betting applications in cricket, and they have different mentality. Like they would not talk to you, they would not discuss with you, they would not like to sit, and they will be like, oh, that's our money, why do you have problem with that? So have you ever experienced something like that? And did you know what I'm talking right now? Like, did you have any idea about it? Like how
Of
RCB
course.
got his name? Yeah, like that.
Of course, like as as I mentioned in the beginning of the conversation, I have been following cricket like a crazy person. So I used to watch documentaries a lot, whatever came on the TV, or whenever I had free time, I would just see the history of these players. And of course, like I didn't know exactly the name, but being a Kolkata fan, Kolkata Knight Riders, I used to watch everything. And then RCB and other names. But the thing is that it's business. Why they are trying to make money, and they have to get profit however they can. So that's what they are doing. So I was already familiar with the term, like the team and why they kept the name.
And what do you think about it, Niyati? Did you ever expect such things?
Well, I mean, I had absolutely no idea how the team got its name. It's crazy. I mean, the facts that you mentioned, they gave me goosebumps. Literally, they gave me goosebumps because this is so scary. I mean, we watch cricket for the passion, but I think it's becoming more and more about the money. I mean, the way you described it and the facts that I think, yeah, I mean, it's more about the money now. This is very unfortunate because the cricketers start this in the first place because of passion, right? We watch it because of passion, but now this is what it has come to. Like Roshan mentioned, I think there should definitely be an extent up to which this should be allowed. A government should definitely take actions. I mean, who am I to say, but this is what I personally feel after this conversation. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, why would government take any action
I
on
would
this?
like to add
Because
one more thing here.
Mhm.
Uh, what Niyati said that cricketers start with passion. They just want to play cricket. And when they join IPL, they are exposed to such big media. These companies start approaching them. So of course, if something big would approach me, and I know if everyone is doing that, I'm bound to join them. So see, if, I don't know whether you guys watched the final of RCB versus Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Punjab.
but Virat Kohli said there, he is the brand ambassador of cricket. If you like, not officially brand ambassador, but his name itself is like enough to promote cricket in the whole world. So he emphasizes the fact that true cricket is Test cricket match. He has been like the face of Test cricket match of our country for like last 5 to 6 years. The way he has represented India, and he believes that Test cricket, or we all know that. I don't know whether you guys are aware of about Test cricket or not. Like this is the most difficult format to play, and if you are able to play this format, you get actual respect from around the world, not from the fans, but the cricketers, the professionals, because they know like what it takes to play a Test cricket match. But because of T20 and tournaments like IPL, every player's focus has switched from Test cricket to T20. Why? Because who doesn't want to make money? Who doesn't want to be famous? Right? So that's why IPL is giving them everything a man can desire: fame, money, business ideas, everything they are getting. So that's why all the players are like they're switching or paying more attention to become a T20 player rather than a Test cricket player.
No, but it's funny, right? I mean, it all started as test cricket. I mean, that was the main thing. Test
Yeah,
cricket is equivalent to the
real
real
cricket.
cricket, right? but
Yes.
now it's come to T20 and IPL, and even the, like the players from England all around the world, they are crazy for IPL. Why? Because it gives you so much
But
money, also the fame.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead. Do you want
like
to share something?
if you play one season of IPL, you are set for the rest of your life. Your
Exactly.
life will completely change. I don't know whether you guys are familiar with Brandon McCullum. He's New Zealand cricketer. He's from New Zealand, captain of New Zealand. Any idea? Ever heard of his name?
No, no, I
No.
haven't.
Like this is the guy who scored 158 runs in the first match of IPL. And just imagine, everything changed for him. Everything. Now, like after you are done with this conversation, you can watch his interviews, how he talks about like the impact of IPL, not on his what's the word? Not just only in his life, but like in every player's life, how it impacts.
Okay, I mean, I don't know all
Makes
these things,
sense?
but I
Does it
still
make
feel,
sense, or did I say something
yeah,
irrelevant?
see, it does make sense, but I think like when I truly have no idea, like not, I would not say I truly have no idea, because I am the one who slightly tries to get little bit current affair information. And I also see that like at times that auction, like where the cricketers are bought, like I would rather say they are bought, like truly it's not about talent. It's okay, they have talent, but they are there to get purchased or to get bought, right? There, I don't think so like they are get paid this much. Like like every cricketer has different slots and different income slab. Like someone is bought for cr like 6 cr, 5 cr, 10 cr, something like that. But then anyway, obviously everyone runs behind money, so do I, no doubt. But I always want to make it in the most ethical way possible. I do not want to mess up with my karmas. Like this is something for sure. And I think like one more thing I would say that, see, I have never watched IPL, like sitting with full focus. But like when RCB won, I was just scrolling some status of a few of my friends, and there was one status I came across where a girl put like 67 cr people were live on Geo Hotstar. 67 cr people were live on Geo Hotstar. And for a moment I was like, really? So that really shows that unemployment of India, and the kind of people don't have anything to do in their lives. I mean, sitting in front of TV for 5 to 6 hours to
I
see,
think,
you
uh,
know yeah.
Gayatri, I would like to interrupt here. I think a lot of people are going to be mad at you, what you just said.
That's
Cricket
totally
is a big thing in
fine.
our country.
Yeah, I know that, but can you just imagine, like it's like almost
No,
half
there is
population
nothing
of the
wrong.
country.
There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with IPL. Let's say if something is
Mhm.
making me happy, shouldn't I
Mhm.
be watching it or doing it?
It's okay, you can watch it, but like especially like, local,
But
I'll
the
take
thing is
your
that
example here.
not all those 63 crore people are betting. You
Like,
know,
see, no, I'm not
they are
saying they
just.
are bidding. Mhm.
But the thing is that the cricket is an emotion for like most of the Indians. They watch it because they get something out of it. I know.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, we all have to take some serious step towards our career, studying, learning things. But
Mhm.
we need entertainment, and cricket is
Yeah,
doing that, and especially IPL.
I
You know,
think
I,
most of
I
the
sound
people.
like
Mhm.
sorry,
You
I
sound
sound
like
like
what?
I'm being. I have been brainwashed by IPL because I love it, but I am against that thing which we are discussing, like
That's okay.
commercialization and
Mhm.
betting apps. But I love IPL. Like if IPL was cancelled, I would be sad. I'd be sad like for the rest of my year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
But I personally believe that it's not about 67 CR people bidding there or betting there on applications. But I am damn sure at least half of them, they had their money. Like I remember watching one reel, and there is a boy, Bihari Lalla. He's really famous on Instagram, and he made a reel where he, like, that reel was full of comedy, but what he gave a message there, that he was packing his bags, and someone asked that, where are you going? So he said that I had the intention that RCB would lose the match, and I, like, like exactly put my home. I just had a loan on my home, and I put all the money on Punjab, and I lost that money. So it was just a reel, but he exactly conveyed emotions of crores of people of Indians, because we know that Indians must have put a lot of money on Punjab, because they were not expecting, like many of them were not expecting this RCB to win. Like, yeah, definitely there is a cult following of RCB, and I really respect their emotions. But then we know the mindset, right? The kind of mindset was being
So
portrayed.
are you sad because Punjab won and those people lost their money?
I'm sad for
Punjab
their
lost.
money. Yeah, Punjab lost, and I am really
Okay,
sad for the
so
money.
if RCB would have lost, let's say RCB lost the match, so would you have become happier?
Not about I would have become happier, but it's all about money. Like if I had to, if I had known, or if I got to know that okay, there are crores of people who put money on RCB and they were wishing to RCB to win and they lost their money, I would feel the same for them as well. So it's all about money. It's not about team, because
First
as
thing is
I'm
that
not
they should
the fan
not
of
wait.
them.
It's not about winning or losing. They should not have,
Mm.
put that money on any of the teams, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
the. I
that
think that's our whole conversation. Like not going or not betting on any applications, right? It's not about
yeah.
winning or losing.
That's it is. But what about you, Niyati? Like, what are you thinking about all this?
I mean, to be very honest, if I talk about that, I mean, it was pretty clear that RCB would win when Mumbai was disqualified. I'm not saying that Punjab is not capable. It's just that if we have to predict, if we compare how they usually play, I mean, obviously cricket is unpredictable. Anything can happen, even in the last ball of the last over. I'm not saying that, but it's just that it was kind of more than 50% chances there were that RCB is going to win as soon as I saw Mumbai lose. So that's not what, like, I don't think. I think most of the people were with RCB compared to Punjab
Yeah,
to begin with,
I
because
think
Virat
everyone was rooting
Kohli,
for them.
yeah, Virat Kohli was because he's obviously the captain, and he has a huge following, and people have so much love for him. So I don't think most of the people were siding with Punjab to begin with.
Okay, if you guys had powers, or if you guys had authorities in your hands, would you like try to like have a pause on commercialization of cricket, or would you like to just like moderate it? Like how would you do that? Like if
Yeah,
I ask you this, like
I
if you
think
had powers, if you had authorities, would you completely finish it up, commercialization of cricket, and making it pure game, or would you like to just moderate it? And if yes, then how would you make it?
we have to be realistic here. Neti, would you like to answer first?
Well, I was thinking of response, but I mean, if I had the power to do that, I would definitely not have any brand. I mean, if it's in fact, if it's a non-profit organization, I would rather have that marketed over there, because it's for the benefit of people rather than the beer brand, or like all these logos that you see, all these betting apps that you see. So I definitely try to put a hold on that. If I could do that, for sure. I mean, 100%. Why would I not do that? I definitely do that. And yeah, I mean, there are a lot of, I came across some of the apps that are meant for dogs, for the safety of dogs. If dogs don't feel safe, you call on that number and you post a video over there and stuff like that. People are not aware of that. Why would we be aware of that? Because it's a non-profit organization. Obviously it's not heavily marketed. So in fact, of all these, I don't want to say unnecessary, but instead of all these brands that are being heavily promoted, I'd rather have these non-profit organizations be marketed over there. I mean, that's a win-win situation, right? I mean, it's for the benefit of people. And yeah, obviously. So yeah, I think that's the case.
That's all
That
right.
would be the
Okay.
case.
Yeah.
Gayatri, being realistic here, and if I had the power, I would definitely moderate all the things with betting apps. But we have to be very realistic. Why do you think IPL is so popular? Can you guys guess why it is so popular?
Because of the funds they
Well,
get from these organizations who come for the brands, right?
No, it's
uh,
Obviously.
not about brand. It's not about brand. IPL is famous because it is entertaining. And how it became so entertaining? Because of all these popular players and uh, like premium players. If you see any tournament in the world, no tournament has this many premium players. And why these premium players have joined IPL? Why? Obviously for name and money, right? And where are they getting money from? Of course, the advertisement. So if the advertisement or this company were not there, they would not play. IPL would not have been this popular. So we have to be realistic. Of course, we can restrict some betting application, but we cannot stop commercialization. It is how IPL has become popular. And what Niyati said about promoting non-profitable organization. So every, if you are aware, like to be to get your name or to get whatever company you have to promote, you have to go into that betting. Not betting, I don't know the word. Like what happens when a player is sold? What is that thing called?
Auction.
Auction. It's kind of auction. Everyone says that this is the amount of money I will pay. I will pay to get my name on your T-shirt, to get my name with like Tata IPL, Dream 11 IPL. This thing happens like auction itself. So it's not realistically possible.
I totally see eye to eye here. Yeah. But then I feel that like Niyati is also right, Roshan is also right. And had I been like had I been in power, I would have like stopped everything, to be honest. I feel that India doesn't need entertainment anymore. India needs to be more serious. I remember watching a TEDx of Shashi Tharoor where he was saying that we are the youngest country in the world, and after 30 years we will be the oldest country in the world. So if we do not monetize, and if we do not take the advantage of our population, the youngest population in the world, we would be facing a lot of issues like Japan and China. Like if you go there, you'll understand that there are so many villages in China where there is no one to take care of their people, because that particular state and the particular region is completely of old individuals. Same goes for Japan. You know, one of the most popular jobs in Japan, like especially the Indians who go there, like I was talking to few individuals, like it's just to taking care of old people because they literally do not have, you know, people. So I would completely stop it, like had it been in my case. But guys, you know, we have only 3 minutes, like though we decided it to make it for 20 minutes, but can you just see the flow of the conversation?
Yeah, yeah.
So anything else you want to put here in last 3 minutes?
Guys, I'll just add one thing quickly. It was just a conversation. I love IPL. That's why I supported it. But yeah, I'm against commercialization. I know how it is affecting people like us, young people,
Mhm.
and of
Mhm.
course, like people who are already in debt. And because of Dream, I won't say the names, but because of these applications, they're leading a very bad life now.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. And what about you, Niyati?
Okay, so there are a lot of positive aspects to this as well. And if one positive aspect, if I have to shine the light upon, would be the I think Roshan might know the youngest player, I think 14-year-old player, he was playing for Rajasthan Royals and he got the fame from there. So I think for the newer players, it's IPL is the best thing that they could ever get for
Yeah,
their to enhance
every
their career
cricketer.
in cricket. So I think, yeah, I mean, if we were to talk about the positive side, obviously there are more positive sides compared to negative sides. So yeah, this would be the number one thing I would say. So yeah, I mean, IPL is not so bad after all.
Yeah, like if you
God,
ask
yeah.
me, like there are only 3 or 4 positive sides I could ever count on, not positive sides at all, because I generally see negative more. And I'm a huge blamer. I keep blaming you know, anyone around me or maybe government. But like yes, but I personally feel that, you know, like test series, then World Cup, and this and that and that and that all the time, like all the year, like it's, if it is all about entertainment, it should be like hardly once a year. Like I know IPL happens only once a year, but there are different, you know, sometimes India Pakistan and India this and India, and I think especially when they have match with India Pakistan again, a lot of people watch it because they have different personal, you know, like we have clashes with that country. So I feel entertainment even if it's for entertainment, it should be very limited. It should not be like all the year keep going and not talking about the real issues which are there on the ground. So yeah, that's all. And I think guys, we are going away with the time. So yeah, that's all for the session. I hope you guys, like my audience and Roshan's audience and Yati's audience, like please watch this conversation, and I hope you enjoy this conversation. Did you enjoy, guys?
Of
Very
course.
much. Yeah.
That's really amazing. So I think we must definitely say bye. Hello, guys. Bye. And we'll see you again with amazing topic discussions.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Let me